This is iLLANOiZE Radio with Biko, iLLANOiZE Jones, and Pretty Riot going down right now.
Make sure to check out the iLList playlist in which we provide you with the latest tracks we play live on our show. Head over to Spotify and search iLLANOiZE Radio to follow our playlist as well as follow our podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
As always, we bring you some of the illest guests from around the city and globe. And today, we got the homie Joel Q in the building. My brother from another mother. How you feeling?
I think that's everybody, brother from
bro.
another mother right here.
Up,
Like, he's like the family. He's the guy at the family that everybody be like, cousin!
That's crazy.
Biko.
Crazy.
Cousin Jay.
But cuz always around.
Yeah.
Cuz always around.
Big facts. You pop up everywhere, bro. Like, you support the city heavy. You be damn near at every event.
I try to be, man. I definitely just left Urban Prep, you know what I'm saying? I was at the celebrity joint. That was, man, bro, that was just love, just being there, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was there. Like, I left, Dirk had came through, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was happy to see him, obviously, you know what I'm saying? But I can just feel like a surge, you know what I'm saying, of positive energy coming, you know what I'm saying? Rather it just came from, you know what I'm saying, Nip. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Or just time, just, you know what I'm saying, seeing things just coming to pass from, like, recent events that may have not been as positive, you know what I'm saying? And now we just like, oh, let's change this up. But I definitely feel it. Like, I text my homie the other day. I'm like, bro, it's something that's going on, bro. It's to the point, like, I can be teary not right now, but at that moment, I'm like, bro, I can really tear up right now because I really feel something going on, you know what I'm saying? As weird as I may sound saying that, but
ain't weird.
I'm
That's
serious,
real.
Joe.
That's
like,
real.
you know what I'm saying? I know something is coming about, but we can speak on all that later.
No, I mean, I want to ask you early, what do you feel is coming?
I can't even put my finger on it, bro. I just know it's something positive, bro.
A
That's
revolution.
all I know. It's something.
I mean, that's all that
something
matters.
going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, personally, I know I got something for sure. You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel that, but it's just like globally too, and you know what I'm saying, in the city, it's like, yo, I don't know what's about to happen, bro.
But you feel it.
I like how you said
it,
a
though,
surge.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real.
Like,
though.
for people who know the definition of a surge, that's a really good thing. So,
Yeah,
a surge of positivity, that's
I
dope.
definitely feel it, man.
Like, man, look, man. It's been a minute since we had you up
Yeah.
here.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? I done interviewed you a couple times.
Me too.
And they like this is real family up here.
Yeah.
Like, this is like watching like a brother. Like, we all grew together.
Bruh, I done seen his dreads grow.
I swear to God. Look, I was about to say, look, man, your dress got long. When I first met him in Texas in 2016.
He had twists.
Man, borderline. On
Look,
real.
I didn't even know he rapped.
Right.
And
we was on the same flight, going to Texas.
Going to Texas. We was in Peckerhead. The whole weekend in Texas. My first time and last time in South by. We kicked it the whole weekend, and I didn't know he rapped until we got back to the city. Until like he was like, oh
the
yeah,
day of the show.
He was like, I think you asked me to hold your drink. Matter of fact, he said, record me real quick. What you want to do? Did he get on stage? I'm like, damn, he rap. And he goes, Smash Cash. I knew him from somewhere.
Shout out Smash Cash.
Big shout out to
Smash,
Smash.
yeah, I
His name
love
was
Smash
wrong. His
Cash,
name was
man.
Joel Cortez.
Yeah, I had
Not Cortez, Quintez.
my boy.
That's the
my
reason
boy.
why he changed
But it's
it.
cool. That's
That's the
exactly the
reason-
reason why I changed. That's the exact reason why, right?
About Cortez. Ain't that a
On
shoe?
me. All right, that he got on right
I
now.
can say the nigga with the Mexican name. All right?
You ain't right. You ain't right. God forgive him.
Yes, please.
But that's how long it's been. But we kicked it that hard. And you know what I mean? We grew a bond. And then, like just kicking it with him every time we out and just having good laughs. He's nothing but positive energy, man. And just seeing him out and a level he just has been climbing.
Man.
And climbing. It's like, dude, like, I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank you.
I mean, do you feel like, as on the artist side, do you feel like you've made a level up?
Oh yeah, big time. Like from what he's talking about when he met me to like who I am now, bro.
I should have asked you, how do you feel about your level up?
Bro, I even outside of music, bro, like and I hate to, pat myself on the back, but bro, I work hard, bro. Like I'm a hard worker, bro. I always been that way from school to any type of goal that I want to accomplish, bro. I get to it, but it gets to a point where I don't even be seeing it though. So it's like, in some instances, I'll be like, you need to embrace some of these moments. But then I always be keeping my head down. So oftentimes I don't see it until like people speak on it. Like, man, bro, you did this, and I'll be like, dang, I did do that. You know what I'm saying? But so I guess it kind of feel natural. Like I don't really feel a huge difference, but like when I listen to my music now, that's the only thing that make me proud. But like to see where I'm at, or like when I be in places and I know all these people that I ain't have a clue who they were years ago, I just be like, that was gonna happen anyway. That's how I be feeling, but that's not guaranteed either though. You know what I'm saying? So
do you feel like, well, the question I really want to ask you is, what's different about the music game now from when you first started? You know what? I don't think it's too much of a big difference. I think obviously we all can agree that a lot of the same sound has been overly bitten and copied and all that. But as far as the way to get in the game, you know what I'm saying? Like once I really start putting myself out here, which was like 2012, I don't think too much of that changed. I think nowadays though, I did just have this conversation with somebody, I can't remember. I was like, yo, I'm like the recipe to do it has now changed. Well, I mean, it's not just one. Like you can get on in so many different ways, but I feel like nowadays it really just take a solid cosign, you know what I'm saying? That's what gives. It's like you make a hit record. Well, you do the background work, you know what I'm saying? Let me emphasize that. You do the background work. Please do the background work. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that may take, you know what I'm saying? And then you make your record. And when I say background work, I mean like you meet up, you bump shoulders and rub shoulders with people that's gonna help you get to another level. That way you're not dropping music just to be like, I'll just drop this new song. It's like, where's it gonna go? Who's gonna see it? You know what I'm saying? So you do that, you get to know people, you know what I'm saying? You get to know people that, like I said, can help. Then you put out something that's worth putting out. And then from there you see how it goes. And when in my opinion, I feel like that's how it's been going lately. Like people been, you know what I'm saying, doing their background, they've been putting out a hit record or whatever, or potentially hit record. It does pretty well, borderline viral, and then somebody picks it up, and the next thing you know, this person is a star or could be, you know. That's what I've been seeing a lot lately. So that's the only thing I can say has changed. Like, but even that, it's still kind of like the same. Everything just so digital.
It is. It's like the street hustle slowed down. Yeah, it's like everything is digital hustle. Yeah. And I know you said do the background work. Mm-hmm. So you know, with the recent passing of Nipsey, I noticed you put out an amazing tribute freestyle to him. Uh-huh. You know what motivated? Well, I ain't gonna say what motivated you to do that, but how did that come about?
Man, bro, I just woke up that morning because I was so devastated. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Nipsey. I don't even like saying that.
Rest in power.
But that's crazy. But I just woke up the morning. I was listening to Blue Laces. You know what I'm saying? And my feelings, and on my way to work, and I just wrote it like before I pulled up. You know what I'm saying? To the job, and I was like, yo, I gotta put this down. You know what I'm saying? Because the main reason why I said it, because I was going to definitely get on my IG and rant, which is something I never do. But I was like, nah, this ain't even me. I can't, like, let my emotions, like, tweak on who I am or whatever. So I'm like, let me just put it in song, you know what I'm saying, and try to say half of the stuff. The main thing I was really going to speak on was just, like, this was how I was feeling. I still kind of feel this way, too, though. But I was just like, after a death like his, and now that we realize what was the purpose of it, I don't want to hear nothing about nobody killing nobody right now. Like, that's just not the music I'm trying to hear. That's not the energy that I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, put in my system or none of that. And I'm like, I'm hoping that everybody else can agree to that. So, obviously, I didn't put that in the record because I'm like, I don't want to be sounding like the mad rapper, because I know that feedback can bite you sometimes. So, I said, like, in a song where I talk about, you know, what we don't do is follow up after a leader has been gone from us, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's, if you look through history, like when they took out, you know what I'm saying, some of the head honchos and the Black Panthers, you know what I'm saying? It was like after they was gone, nobody did nothing. Or it's not that they didn't want to, they just didn't know what to do after, you know what I'm saying? When Dr. King left, it's like, what do we do? Malcolm X left, what do? We got to stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? Nipsey going, we can't have no like, well, what do we do now? It's like, just follow up. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Follow suit. Like we won't be able to take all his ideas, but we knew for the most part what he was on, what he was trying to do. So we just gotta
keep the marathon going.
Yeah.
Now, before we actually get into Marathon by you, how did Nipsey motivate you?
Man, Nipsey, like, I don't know, he is like a big brother. Like, it's a lot of people that I see, you know what I'm saying, a lot of me, you know what I'm saying, when I, like, Cole, obviously, you know what I'm saying, but Nipsey he reminded me of me a lot because he's so laid back, and I know I'm a super laid back person, and he the type of dude where, like, I often get this, like, you wouldn't even know you rap until you rap, like Jones just stated, you know what I'm saying, and he had that aura about him where it's just like he's special in his own little way, and you wouldn't even know until you get the chance to try to figure him out, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's kind of how I am. Like, when I go to work or when I go anywhere, I don't even let people know, like, man, I'm just rapper, dude. Like, I'm finna get on. None of that. Like, I just be chilling. And then when they figure out, then it's like people just be embracing, you know what I'm saying? And I you know what I'm saying, I appreciate all that, too. I don't say none of this in vain. Like, man, as soon as they hit me, bro, it be, you know, it's just like, I do know what happens when people listen to me and when they hit me and all that. Like, I get it, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely appreciate it as well. But, yeah, somebody like Nip, I just looked at him like, this is where I'm going to be, you know what I'm saying? And a few others. But definitely him, though. I'm like, bro, I'm going to be doing that, bro. You know what I'm saying? We first, you know what I'm saying, had the marathons. I'm like, bro, I want to do that, bro. I want to do these, all the stuff. And then for him to leave, I'm just like, I don't know, man. I'm still hurt. You know what I'm saying?
They don't seem believable.
Yeah,
it still seems like a bad low
budget
movie.
Like
it
no
don't
BS,
even feel real.
Man,
to
like,
even think about, like, damn, Nip really checked out on us, and the way that he did,
I thought it was gonna be like,
and the way that he did, I'm like, this is not. I
couldn't believe it, bro. I was
that was something I was up all night thinking about, like
all day.
Couldn't really realize, could not sleep. Like,
the thing about Nip, bro, it was a piece of everybody in him.
That's
everybody
it.
saw a piece. You could see your cousin, like, he remind me of my cousin. He remind me from Bro Up the Block. He remind me from fam across the street. That's a little bit of me. I would have done something like that. If I would have got some bread, I would have did that. You feel me?
He do remind me.
He's a solid dude.
I agree.
Like, it's a lot of people, gang members from all type of, from each set, felt this pain.
All in all,
like, people say, like, I understand a Tupac, but like how people felt when Tupac passed away, it was just move the music away.
Right.
It's just what he did for other people.
He was a leader.
The energy he gave other people.
Right.
You feel me?
We lost a leader.
That's
personally how I feel. It's like, just aside Nipsey, like, I was a big fan of Nipsey, just studying what he does, watching interviews, and just the knowledge that he put on. Like, for me, that was like, we lost somebody that was really on to something. We lost somebody that really had a real impact. You know, like, I think in the past year, we've seen a lot of artists pass. We saw Mac pass, XXX. I mean, like, we just see those artists pass and they have an impact, but nobody left an impact like Nipsey. I saw somebody tweet the other day, like, Nipsey could be in my timeline every day for the rest of my life, and I wouldn't mind it. And I feel it.
Man,
I wouldn't mind it because he had such a big impact. It's just like,
he affected the young and the old.
And the old, he was relatable to everybody. So it's just crazy.
And keep the marathon going.
I salute you on this dope freestyle, bro. We posted it on iLLANOiZE IG.
Shout out to Raw the Ruler.
Man, Raw the Ruler, the man behind the camera.
Boy, you dog.
You feel me? Link y'all two linked up, create a quick dope visual. And introduce the marathon real quick, and we finna get into a music break.
Oh, for sure, man. This is Joel Q. You know, it's marathon. Rest in peace, rest in power. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
My boy Nip. You know what I'm saying? The marathon continues.
Make sure to check out the iLLANOiZE playlist, in which we provide you with the latest tracks we play live on our show. Head over to Spotify and search iLLANOiZE Radio to follow our playlist, as well as follow our podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
We are back with the homie Joel Q. You feel what I'm saying? One of my favorite artists in the city.
Hey.
Like, this man is a motivation, not just to me, but to a lot of people. I mean, your music, your lyricism, the way you reach people, the way you support people, it's all genuine. I want to know what motivates you to pretty much bring those lyrics out, man.
It's funny because, like, ever since I was young,
all my homies, you know what I'm saying, used to always be like, bro, you always tell good stories. Because, like, I'm the type of dude, like, we'll get into it with somebody or something, you know what I'm saying, back when we used to be tweaking on, going to blocks, you know what I'm saying, fake gang banging, or whatever it was. It don't matter if it was that or anything we was doing. Like, I'll be the one to go back, like, bro, all right, so this what happened. And I'm just painting a picture, you know what I'm saying? And so I feel like that kind of come to play with my writing. And, like, I remember being in church, and the lady was talking about something from the Bible. It was like, you know what I'm saying, Bible study or something. And, like, everybody didn't understand what she was saying. So I just kind of broke down. I'm like, basically what she's saying is, woo, 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 you know what I'm saying? They was like, oh.
Everybody was like, wow.
That's all, you know what I'm saying? Wow. And she was like, you're an interpreter. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's your gift. And I ain't understand then, but now I get it. And I feel like people register my music the way they do is because I sound like I'm talking to you, you know what I'm saying? I just learned how to speak the language where everybody, you know what I'm saying, can feel it. Because some people make music and it'd be positive and it'd be dope, but it's just like, bro, you speaking to people who ain't,
one type of
person. You know, ain't nobody gonna understand that, you know what I'm saying? I would rather, it's not really necessarily dumbing it down, but it's like I would rather just speak in like normal conversation. That way, I know for sure everybody get it. You know what I'm saying? I might have a little wittiness in between it for people who, you know what I'm saying, like bars or whatever, but for the most part, I'm just trying to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? And then once you follow me, you'll find some more like sophisticated lines or whatever. You know, whatever.
See, I want to know what success to Joel Q.
What success?
Yes, what is success?
Success always been opinionated, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Miss Goolsey, my third grade teacher, who taught me that years ago. Like, it's not about, you know what I'm saying, just having like a huge crib and all that. Like, I even first witnessed that it's not about that from when I was in Vegas. We had Airbnb, like this huge mansion, bro. That mug was ridiculous, like so big, bro. I'm talking about we found like 2 rooms when we was leaving, and even while I was there, bro, I'm inside. I'm in the master bedroom. It's like double everything. Like, I think it had 2 toilets in there, bro. Like, it was double everything, bro. The bathroom was huge, G. That's just the bathroom. Like, super big walk-in closet, bro. Man, it was big, you know what I'm saying, to say the least. And as I'm in there, bro, I'm just waiting on that rush to hit me. Like, man, bro, I want this. And it never came. And it made me realize, like, you don't even care about none of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just want something that you can say is yours, that you're satisfied with, that you can, you know what I'm saying, give your family, you know what I'm saying, if something ever happened to me, it's like, well, my kids got this crib for sure. And, you know, being able to help anybody else, like, that's what success mean to me, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely realized that after that Vegas trip. I'll never forget that. Like, I don't care about a man. I couldn't believe that, because you watch so many things and you think you want that, and then until I stepped inside a match, I realized, like, I don't care about this.
Now, you was at a time a while back ago. I talked to you on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
This was, you know, when you was quiet before you started releasing music and things of that nature. You was at a time where you wanted to give up.
Oh yeah.
Now, what made you want to give up?
Cause, bro, it started getting too repetitive for me, man. I was tired of, and it was really my fault. Like, I was pointing a finger at a lot of people, but I never decided to do this, and it was really just. I was constantly putting out music, doing a video, putting out music, doing a video. I come to an event, I do like 100,000 open mics and all, but it's just like, you know, I was grinding, but I wasn't grinding to reach something. I was just like doing like, you know what I'm saying, like circular motion type of grind, where it's like you're just gonna find yourself in the same spot every year if you're gonna keep doing this. So at that moment, I wasn't understanding that, so I was just stressing. And then to add on top of that, like, I always say I make the best music when my personal life and my rap life is, like, on point. And my rap life sucked, and my personal life was, like, trash, G. Like, it was so bad, I ain't know what to do, man. Only thing I had good going for me was, like, I was in school, and I was doing well. But school always came easy to me, so I ain't really care about that either. I know I'm gonna do good. Like, that wasn't no problem, but, like, I hated working at Walmart, you know what I'm saying? You seen me there a couple times. I hated being there.
I've been popping up like, what up,
bro?
You know what? What's the name?
My mama, like, all the time, like, bro, be like, I'm like, it's over here. And I'm trying to act like I'm happy, bro, but I'm really sick inside, bro.
I see it inside. Like, it's like when I would pop up there, and me and you would be having a conversation for like 30, 45 minutes,
big time.
even though you on the clock.
Right.
Off too. Right. We're not the only ones.
Yeah, bro, like, it was bad, man. And then, like, my car had had like went down. I had no money to fix it, so I'm trapping. Thank you, babe. But I was trapping out my girl car. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just so stressful, G. But like I was about to tell y'all, December 31st, 2016. You know what I'm saying? That's a Saturday. You can look it up on your phone right now. You know what I'm saying? That was a Saturday. I was like, God, you know, like, let me know, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to continue to be doing this. And then I look up and I'm like 40 and it never happened. If you could just tell me, like, boy, stop. I'll stop. Like, just let me know something. I'll let all this go because, like I was about to say, like, we managing, not to get all, like, preachy, but, like, we just managing our bodies. We don't own none of this. None of this is ours. This gift that I have is not mine. This body, all this is not mine. This is his. You know, I'm just trying to manage it as good as I possibly can and do what I need to do. So, with that being said, I'm just like, let me know. And then before I was going to go to church the next day, just to get a word, like I needed a sense of direction. And right before I woke up, I'm talking about right before I woke up, you know what I'm saying, I just heard him tell me, like, give me your 2017, you know, so, like, don't even worry, you know, about, like, nothing that you can't control. And I was like, bro, I'm the type of dude, I don't be doing all this. Like, nowadays I do it because I'm, like, me and God, like, we are in tune right now, you know what I'm saying? But, like, back, like, 2-3 years ago, I wasn't that type of dude. I'm in a bed, sleep on top of that, bro. I'm like this. I'm like, it's yours. And my girl looked at me like, what are you doing? I was like, hey, look, I'm telling you, like, God just spoke to me. And I'm telling you, bro, it was the best decision I ever did, bro, because of that, 8 months later, which was in August, I promised myself that I wasn't going to work at Walmart for 3 years. I couldn't do it. I couldn't take it no more. And I was like, man, God, you told me to give you my 2017. I feel like I've done a good job, but I guess to take this leap. You know what I'm saying? You said that you got me, and I'm not trying to test you, but I'm just trying to show you my faith. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to leave this job, and I need you to help me. So I left, bro, and literally 2 weeks later, bro, I ended up coming up on something. I was paying triple that. You know what I'm saying? Literally triple, bro.
That's God's plan.
God's plan.
So,
God's
and I've been
plan.
up ever since. You know what I'm saying? So
did that inspire your album, Daniel, at
yes.
all? It is.
What?
I
Big
was about
time.
to say that
The song "Can I Live," that whole second verse. You know what I'm saying? I talk about that. The leaving Walmart transition. You know what I'm saying? So if you haven't heard that, listen to "Can I Live." It basically talk about everything I'm telling them in a nutshell. But yeah, man, I was in a beautiful space because, like I said, my personal life was cracking because I was actually getting paid. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I feel like I'm worth, even though I'm really worth more. But you know, it'll go for now. And the music was just getting ridiculously better. So everything else started, you know what I'm saying, making sense. I was able to be creative again. I wasn't making, like, even back then, I felt like even when we was just speaking on Tunnel Vision, I feel like the songs was like kind of dark, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing that's like, I don't know. It just wasn't me, you know what I'm saying?
I understand where you're going with
that. It didn't really reflect on who I am. And everything else nowadays that I make, it just sounds like me. I'm like, yeah, I love this, man. This is really who I am right here. This is my personality right here, you know, so yeah, Joe, that's what happened.
Okay. One thing I like about your music and you as an artist is you don't get into the habit of following the radio trend.
Yeah,
I want to know what keeps you away from doing that.
Everybody I see that's successful that didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like K-Dots and the Coles, you know what I'm saying? And anybody else I can't really name right now, but I follow those two so much. They gonna always be like the first go-to people I say, but like I seen them do it, you know what I'm saying? And if they could, then I know I can, you feel me? So I just try to go that route. And then that's just not the music that I make, you know what I'm saying? But don't get me wrong, I am trying to like dip and dab into like different sounds, you know what I'm saying? I definitely been cooking, you know what I'm saying, like a fool. But, you know, I realize what people want from me, so I just want to give them that. You know, it's easy, supply and demand. You know, if that's what they want, then that's what you're going to get. You feel me?
Thanks.
Now, I noticed J. Cole, Dreamville is a big part of motivating you.
Yeah.
If you had the opportunity to sit with J. Cole or just be around him, what would you tell him?
Oh man, bro, that's a wonderful question.
What's a question you would ask him?
Would you like to hear some of my music?
Facts. Let me put you on real quick.
No, I don't know if I would ask him anything. I think I would just be like saying more like statements, just thanking him, you know what I'm saying, for what he did for me personally. Like he's been like a distant mentor since I was like 16, you know what I'm saying? Because the music that he make is music that I always wanted to make, but I just didn't know if that was possible because I come from a religious background. My OG was like, you know, super positive, you know what I'm saying? My old man the same way. And because of that, you know, they kind of like tailored, you know what I'm saying, the type of music I'm going to make if I'm going to go this route, which they never wanted me to do in the first place. You know what I'm saying? They proud of me now, though. But
hey, salute to the OGs.
So that already put me in a mindset, like, if I'm going to do this, then I got to be positive. But it was just like, bro, how do you do that when your favorite rappers are Jeezy and Wayne and all that? And not saying that they just negative, but I just know, like, I can't come back to the crib saying that. So I'm like, how do I do this? And I end up hearing Cole. I'm like, oh, this is how I want to do it right here. This man got it. And I just been studying him, and everybody else is like going that route ever since. You feel me? And so that's what I would tell him. Like, bro, I really, like, you don't even understand. Like, you kind of recreated who I was, because I was like heavy on punchlines, trying to keep up with Wayne and Cassidy and Drake and Jewels and everybody else around that time. But like, he made me really try to like put my own personality on wax, and you know what I'm saying? I'm finally getting to that point. Well, for the past like 2 years, I finally got there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's coming, bro. Like, if what you're doing and your lyricism, I'm just say your lyrics in general and the music you present to the world, something's coming, man. I personally, you know, since we personally know each other, right. I personally pray that Cole do definitely find you. Yeah. Because it's a perfect fit. Yeah. You fit what they bring to the table. Thank you. So I just want to tell you, keep pushing. For sure. You know, I'm a fan of your music. Yeah. I love your music. As you know, you like a brother from another to me. So big time. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Yeah, facts, bro. And I definitely been like been finding myself in a lot of situations where I've been seeing like some of his people, you know what I'm saying? Just like reps from Chicago, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny because ever since I spoke out at the Power 92 event in December, shout out to Hot Rod for putting me on that roster. I came out on stage and I was like, I don't want to do this, bro. This kind of corny, but I'm like, I don't necessarily do things for me anyway. I try to do it for others. So I'm just gonna run with it anyway because somebody gonna get inspired by this anyway. So before I did my joint called Law of Attraction, that's on my project Tsunami, I was like, man, I want to speak it to existence, man. So I'm gonna let y'all know. I took off my little flannel I had. I'm like, man, I'm going for Dreamville next year. You know, the crowd, they cheered and all that. So it was love. But like, ever since I stepped out and just kind of put that, you know what I'm saying, out there, I've definitely been reaping the benefits. That's all I can say. That's love.
Okay, I can see it. Hey, look, you gotta talk it, you gotta speak it, you gotta put it in the universe.
On the real, speaking into existence.
Yeah, I've been definitely reaping the benefits of that.
So I kind of just want to. Can we talk about Tsunami for a moment?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, yes. Because me personally, y'all got history.
Yeah, facts.
Y'all got history.
I've been knowing bro for so long,
right? You know, and I appreciate them because they were able to put me onto you. So I'm on the newer side of Joel Q. Yeah. So I just kind of want to know.
I'm really glad. Okay.
You glad?
Yeah.
Why?
You don't like us like that.
No, not even that, man. I just don't like who I was. You know what I'm saying? Like, not personally or nothing. It's just like as an artist. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like you better now. Much better.
Man, okay, so I'm glad you know this.
I appreciate I like the music. I like it a lot. So what was the idea behind Tsunami? Because what was the closing track on that? Don't tell me, you could tell me the name because I'm not going to think of it. Smile. Yes, that song hit me differently. Oh. Even just like the little outro that you did, how you was kind of just talking, I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I don't know, like it made me want to really know the story behind the whole Tsunami project.
That's what's good, man. The idea came from, well, first it just came off me just being thirsty, which I love Tsunami, but I honestly feel like I could have waited, honestly, but that's a whole nother thing, you know what I'm saying? But the idea came from just around that time, everybody was just so wave happy. Like, everybody talk about the new wave. I got the new wave, wave this, wave that. And I feel like every time you do that, you're isolating yourself from anybody else, you know what I'm saying? You're isolating your support from anybody because you feel like I'm next. I don't care about who else next. This is what I'm on, you know? So I'm like, well, that ain't how I roll, so let me try to get all these waves together, you know what I'm saying? And that would create a quote-unquote tsunami. That's the first meaning. The second meaning behind it is that because I'm a positive artist, and if you look at the cover art, you know what I'm saying, deep inside the water, I purposely made my man's Brandon, shout out Brandon, he's a dog on the cover art. he put like hope, love, friendship, all these other things inside the water, and it's basically saying like while we are creating all these different sounds, you know what I'm saying, in such a way, we also spreading all these morals to y'all in the form of like a tsunami. You know, it's like every track is like full of these messages. So it's a double meaning with tsunami, and that's where it came from.
I can dig that.
Remember, you invited me out to Tsunami listening party.
That was like a family reunion.
On
Bruh,
me.
it was a family reunion.
Everybody walking in like, yo, it's been a long time.
I like me personally, man. I enjoy watching you grow from the worm head, dread head to where you are now, bro. Like,
You ain't right. Just gonna let you know that you ain't right. It's cool.
I had
Cool,
come
my
on,
boy.
out of the brotherly love. I had to throw it.
That's when you hit him back. Yeah, back when you had dread.
You know, I was doing too, but I ain't that funny, so I was like, I'm gonna just let it go.
So, you too.
That's
You
back
too.
when your dreads went past in your ears.
But like you know, you've always had the same humble personality.
Appreciate that.
You've always made sure people, you know, for instance, you kept me updated. Not just me, but you always made sure you kept people updated, and you inspired a lot of people.
That's love.
So I guess since we short on time, I want to ask you, what would you like to share to the world? What advice would you like to give to the world?
Man, bro, easy, bro. Never stop grinding. Like, legit. Like, that's all you have to do, man. Like, that's the secret recipe, man. Just to never stop. Like, even when I was looking at a recent Nip interview, like, that's what he said. Like, I just never gave up. You know what I'm saying? Or it's a Jay-Z interview where he said, like, the genius thing I did was, like, not quit. Like, that's literally the way it go. Or, you know what I'm saying? I'm a huge on interviews. Like, I can go all day with this. But Denzel Washington said that. He didn't say this, but what he said was, as long as you're a human being, you can literally do anything you want, and as long as you put the time in. Like, if I wanted to be cold at hooping right now, bro, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? If I just practice, I'm like, man, this nigga got a burner. Like, it's like, bro, because I do 100 shots a day. I should be able to shoot. You know what I'm saying? In the next few months, you feel me? So it's just like, bro, just work. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Do you have anything to say to the people that be like, it's easy for you to say that? You know, because it's always those people that are just like, what's no, but you know, I feel like I like how it's easier said than done. So do you have anything specific? Like, what is something that you do out of your everyday routine or your weekly routine that you dedicate to invest into yourself that you feel like other people can benefit from?
That's a great question too. Something I do every day. I'm
sorry.
I think you gotta be in tune with your
Sorry, I'm
do
sorry.
him up too.
That's what everybody.
Fold up.
but like I think you gotta be in tune with yourself first and foremost. Like, you gotta really, and I'm talking about strictly as a brand, like, you gotta know what do you need, you know what I'm saying, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses. And me, so what I do, like, every day I always try to increase on something, you know what I'm saying? I always try to, like, figure out what else do I need to do, or if it's my strength, how can I, you know what I'm saying, enhance that? What are my weaknesses? Like, I'm always doing that because I'm really starting to see that I'm a brand, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always knew that, but nowadays I really know, like, nah, bro, like, you starting to be somebody, you know what I'm saying? And I really hate saying stuff like that, but I know it's true.
Right, it's the truth.
And
I remember you used to do all types of shows.
Yeah.
Continue.
Speaking of all types of shows, the last time I actually seen her perform was at the V Live.
Oh yeah, well,
Booty,
shout out, help, you know what I'm saying? That was. That was a little different.
So
that was
much
different.
money that night. I was like, "Yo, Joel, next time I come out, I'm coming in with you."
Yeah, bro, that was man.
I got to be a part of the entourage.
I just wanted to see how it was gonna go. You know what I'm saying?
It was fun.
It was fun, bro. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like I say, man, I'm really in tune with the Most High, and it's a lot of things that my moral compass won't let me go. So, like, when I was there, and like, even though we was doing my bag, shout out my boy Jay Hayes, but while I was there, I'm just looking like, yo, this ain't me. Like, shorty got cheeks right there too, but like, this ain't me. Like, I don't make music for women to do that. You know what I'm saying? If they do, that's cool. I don't know where you getting that from, because I ain't even saying nothing to make you do that. But it's like, I don't want my words to tell you to do that, because I know, obviously, if I say twerk, you gonna do that. Right. So I don't want to say anything that's gonna make you do that. But if you do it, even though I'm saying thank God made a way for me, that's all on you. I ain't asked you to do that, but you did it. You feel me? So
that's making a way for her. On the real,
her way is twerking.
You feel me? But that's on her. If that's how it go, that's cool. But I don't. It ain't feel right. You know what I'm saying? And like, I appreciate her for giving me the opportunity, for sure. You know, I don't take none of this for granted. But like, I spoke to him afterwards. I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, you know, I'm more like a, you know what I'm saying, positive dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, and once again, it's about the brand. You feel me? Like, if you were a teacher, would you want, you know what I'm saying, your students to see you there? You know what I'm saying? It's like, so I'm the same way. Like, I know how people look at me. Of course, I don't try to do what everybody want me to do. You know what I'm saying? But I do keep that in mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is this best for the people who's watching me? And if it takes me a long time to even answer that, I know it ain't right. So I try not to, you know what I'm saying, do things like that. So yeah.
You know, well, let people know what you have, and if you have any upcoming events, what you got coming up as far as music, and give your shout outs.
I got a show on April 29th with my boy DJ Pat. You know what I'm saying? Exclusive. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I low-key forgot exactly where it's gonna be at. You know what I'm saying? Don't kill me for that. And besides that, I got a lot of music coming up. That's all I can say. A lot of music, you know what I'm saying? But shout outs. Bro, I'll be all day with shout outs, bro. I'm just gonna say shout out anybody who supports Joel Q, man. I love you. You know you can reach out to me, you know what I'm saying? I don't bite. I always say thank you and all that. I'm super big on that for several reasons. And yeah, man, you know, guess that's it.
My brother from another, man. This is a reunion for those that don't know. You was one of the first artists to come around when we first started this show. Thanks. Showed us Mad Love. You've been showing us Mad Love. Mm-hmm. Your headliner for Daniel was crazy. Hey. Still memorable.
My man came out with his shirt off.
Hey, man, I was in the waist at the
with
time.
The J's on.
You know
with the J's on.
Hey man, shout out my lady.
He looked just like the cartoon.
That was the purpose, bro. People was asking. I'm like, y'all, like, did you see the shoes? And my girl purposely bought me those 6s, which I didn't even know they had that color. You know what I'm saying? She's like, this kind of like the cover. I'm like, oh, girl, give me a hug. You know what I'm saying?
So she's a major.
That's beautiful.
I like
she's
y'all relationship because she's always there, front row, yelling, screaming.
Yes.
Yes.
She got her homegirls there yelling and screaming.
That's my baby.
Yeah, she be on 10, man. And
that's dope.
I ain't gonna lie, like, I never had that, so at first it was kind of hard. Like, it was cool, and then it was like, okay, all right, baby. But now, you know, that I'm older and, you know what I'm saying, I want that more. It's just like, yo, I really appreciate, you know what I'm saying, what you do, you know what I'm saying, because a lot of people want that. They may not never say that, but like,
people want
that.
You
want that, you know what I'm saying?
You want that, especially from your girl. You want that.
Yeah.
That should be the one person that is doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Definitely, man. Definitely. I appreciate her for sure.
We need a hip hop in Chicago.
I'm not gonna be on that.
I'm straight on. That ain't my morals. Right. That is not his morals.
You stupid.
Ladies in Chicago.